The Independent Police Investigative Directorate is expected to give a final report on the premature closure of cases. It's alleged that since 2012, the police watchdog has been cooking numbers. Ipid's acting spokesperson, Sontaga Seisa, joins us to talk to us about this. Very good morning to you.
Good morning to you too.
So tell us about this.
Viewers.
Thank you. Tell us about this cooking of the books.
Look, Ipid has actually established that late in the 2016, there has been malpractice in one of our provinces that some of our cases were closed improperly, as opposed it's supposed to be, in line with the standard operating procedures. So in our practice, there was a special item, rather, that was used to close cases that are not supposed to be investigated. Let me make a practical example here, what I'm talking about in terms of special closures, because that's what has appeared in the media. A special closure's intention was made to refer cases that might, as an example, a case that will come into Ipid, and that case is found to be not be within the mandate of Ipid. And as a result, Ipid will return that case to the relevant stakeholders such as SAPS. And we close our own file as special closure. And some of the files or the cases will perhaps be forwarded to our offices, and after the docket or the case has been received by us and we realize that this case was actually, completed, because it does happen, it was completed and it was done, and there is no purpose for us to investigate, and that case is then reversed back,
okay,
so that we cannot
I'm sure that some of them fall
statistics
through the cracks, but I'm talking about those that have been covered up or that have been pushed through. And, embarrassing and frightening, considering that Ipid is the body that's supposed to be overseeing police and their conduct.
That's correct. You are 100% right. It is actually disturbing to Ipid as well. And as a result of that, we actually, as Ipid, develop another stronger policy that ensures that there is no such loophole that is going to happen. And over and above that, the Ipid management has actually, tasked the internal integrity strengthening unit to investigate these allegations so that we can get to the bottom of this.
Yes, and do you know who these people are? And
yes.
What will happen? You do know who they are?
Yes.
So how soon can you get rid of them?
All right, okay. Our investigation, as our investigators were approaching our investigators that are stationed in these provinces, unfortunately in one of the provinces, it was found that one of the investigators was not prepared to cooperate to our investigators because we wanted to know exactly what actually happened. And there was no cooperation that ended up the person leaving the organization. And with regard to those that are still within us, we're talking about 2 people now. Mm-hmm. With regard to the people that are still inside the Ipid, we continue with the investigation. Should it be found, as I have already indicated, should it be found that there are internal investigators that have done that, or any other manager that have done that, there is no doubt that Ipid management is going to take serious disciplinary action against them.
And when it comes to police, I mean, what sort of numbers are we looking at? I know between 2012 and 2019, Ipid registered 42,000 criminal complaints against the police. I mean, that's just staggering and frightening. I know that Tuli Mandosela, the former public protector, said that because of Ipid, we've got victims of assault, murder and torture who've been deprived of justice. So we've got people who've committed horrendous crimes under the police out there. When are they going to get brought in?
True. Our investigation is actually going to ensure that any docket or any matter that has been reported to Ipid it needs to be investigated properly, because we do have quality assurance in place. We do have seasoned managers that are working on these cases. We conduct docket inspection time and again, and we ensure that there is no docket that has got to fall through the cracks, because our people, when they come to Ipid or they report such matters, they need to see justice done, because it is unfair and it's not correct for Ipid or for any other person, for that matter, to hide or not to do the job that's supposed to be done. And I also need to mention that if you look at the statistics, Ipid let me just rather share that it is not doom and gloom for Ipid, because if you look at what we have referred our matters to the NPA, you will see that we have referred more than 2,000 cases, and after we have received about 5.2 matters. So it's not doom and gloom. So amongst other cases, there are convictions. We had 91 convictions for the previous financial year, and there are still cases that are still on the court roll, and there are still cases that we are further conducting investigation.
Okay.
So I know it is not a good thing that has happened, but we need to ensure the public out there that Ipid is there to do what it's supposed to do.
Seisa, thank you very much, because we do need Ipid, we need it to run well. Thank you for coming in and talking to us.